Ultraman 80, Ultraman 80, he came to us from the start. 君は誰かを愛しているか、それは生きてることなんだ。君は勇気を持っているか、どんなことにも負けない心。僕の星から来た男が愛と勇気を教えてくれる。ウルトラマン80、ウルトラマン80。He came to us from the start.
Hello, you are listening to Ultra Q, episode 119. My name is Red. I'm joined by Mel.
Do we have another episode where some guy gets trapped in a spaceship with some sort of slime-like substance?
How many times can they go to this well? I don't know. We shall have to see. Also joined by Brad.
That's not my name. I'm the Oozinator.
You're the Oozinator. That shit did not rhyme.
No. Hey, neither did Andromeda.
Andromeda rhymes more in a British accent, in my accent. It still doesn't quite rhyme, but it rhymes more. Star, Andromeda, it's closer.
How do you say Oozinator? I guess you always say Oozinator in a British accent, so that's a dumb question.
You know what they say about me? They say, that Red. They're always pronouncing the word Oozinator in a British accent. I don't know that I've ever said the word Oozinator before today.
You did last week?
I think.
Maybe last week.
Oh, yeah, last week. I have not,
Caught in a lie.
Listen. I'm not a crook.
Yeah, we're all on our way, I think, by the time 80 is done.
We got 3 more episodes of Ultraman 80. If I sound different, that's because I moved. I'm in a new flat. It's nice. It's nice here. I like it. That's
nice.
good. Yeah. Got my own kitchen and everything. It's, it's good.
It's not good.
Ultraman 80. The show. We watched 4 episodes of Ultraman 80 this week, which felt like a lifetime.
It felt like a lifetime, even though I am still watching at times 2 speed. And could not tell you what happened in these episodes.
I watched it all in a cab. Well, I could tell you what happens in these episodes.
Well, I should hope so. That's your job. I was kind of counting on you.
Yeah. Imagine if I showed up one day and I just hadn't done it. It's tempting for 80. It's really tempting to show up one day and just be like, let's just talk about this episode. I'm not writing out the summary.
I'm not going to lie, there have been weeks where I'm like, I feel like I barely remember this one, but the summary will jog what I need.
I see. This is why I have so much power, is I get to shape what the episode is in your mind, because you don't actually remember it.
Yeah.
We have got 4 more episodes of Ultraman 80 to talk about today. I have written some summaries. Do we have to, want is a strong word. Are we willing to hear them?
Yeah, well, we can.
Yeah.
We'll never get to Tiga if we don't finish 80.
This is true. Tiga, I'm counting on Tiga.
If Tiga's ass, I'm killing myself. No.
Episode 26 of Ultraman 80 is called Shadow Samurai in the Time Tunnel, featuring...
I think you mean the Time Tunnel Shadow Warriors.
I hate this. I hate... this so stupid... Anyway, featuring Kaiju Gera and alien Akzoom, which is a great name for an alien. On a routine patrol, Takeshi and Jono get sucked through a tunnel into the land of Yomi, which is the land of the dead, where the pseudo-feudal Japanese ghosts have been conquered by interdimensional aliens called the Axum. Upon landing in this situation, Jono is mistaken for the princess of Yomi by the samurai ghosts. With Takeshi's assistance, Jono leads the samurai in a sneak attack on the castle, where the Axum are located. There we go. And they find the real princess. Incredibly conveniently, every ghost samurai immediately gets zapped by the aliens before they can sort out who Jono actually is. Takeshi and Jono are immune to the guns, however, that the Axum are using, as they are designed for capturing souls. And Takeshi and Jono confirmed not dead souls after all. Together with the princess, they head to the throne room and confront the leader of Axum, who's like, "What's good, Earthlings? I've got a kaiju pointed directly at your beloved Tokyo." And Takeshi's like, "Curses, what can we possibly do?" The princess of Yomi then walks over to a console, like face rolls some buttons, and the Axum leader goes, "Ah, fuck, wait, now the kaiju is pointed here," and Kaiju Gera appears outside. Axum laser captures the princess, and Takeshi heads out to turn into 80 and do battle with the kaiju. He defeats Gera, and the Axum and the ghosts all reappear. Takeshi and Jono return through the tunnel and wake up on Earth. Half of UGM stood over them going, "Land of Yomi? Kaiju? What are you talking about? You crashed an hour ago. You've been sleeping it off." Jono is like, "Oh my god, was it all a dream?" And Takeshi thinks, "I don't know. The end."
I feel like this episode is like 35% of the way to cooking.
Uh-huh.
But never quite gets there.
First of all, as you're reading the summary, I realized if I had ever watched Bleach, I probably would have made a Soul Society joke at the start of this podcast.
Oh, yes.
But I never touched Bleach, and I never will. So,
I mean, it's for cleaning, not for touching. So
yeah. If Tiga sucks, I can drink.
listeners, do not drink Bleach. Read Bleach. Don't read Bleach, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the Soul Society arc and nothing else.
Oh, I like the first arc.
I like that ice
Soul
guy
Society
with the like cool ice wings. He's neat. I always forget his name.
He's like the original Potential Man.
Ah, shit, you're right. Fuck.
I genuinely think he is like one of the originators of Potential Man.
Ah, shit, you're so right. Oh no, I fell for it.
I think if you look up Potential Man, I think he's one of the very early examples. Man, I do wish the ice guy was, got more to do, but it is what it is. This is like a pseudo time travel episode. We got Takeshi and Jono displaced into like a pseudo feudal Japan, which is, they've got like the princess mix up thing, which is kind of fun. I basically think this episode is all right.
I felt weird because I felt like the villains felt like Toei villains.
They do feel ridiculous.
They feel like
their outfits.
These are the guys who show up who are like, "Hey, I'm gonna send the monster to go attack the Kamen Rider this week" in like a show or Kamen Rider or Sentai show.
Yeah.
I like their uniforms. They have like these weird like jumpsuits with like creepy looking. They're not really creepy, but like very like military masks. Mm-hmm. They look neat, like kind of stormtrooper-esque, like disposable grunt guys. They're fun. I like the princess mix-up until, like you said in the summary, I'm happy you also noticed, they immediately take out any stress of, wait a minute, we totally lied to them, and we got caught lying to them.
It's just good, yeah, because all the samurai get zapped, and then the princess is like, "Oh, I know, you're gonna save the land of Yomi." And they're like, I don't know about that. And she's like, "No, I do know about that. You're gonna save the land of Yomi." And then, it is really funny when the villains are cackling. It's like, what are you possibly gonna do? And Yomi just casually walks over to a console and pulls some levers, and the bad guys go, "No, wait, oh shit."
we didn't think about this.
I did not consider that someone would just start tinkering with controls they don't really understand. It's pretty good. When Takeshi and Jono stood there like, "There's nothing we could possibly do." Just fuck shit up. Seems to work. I am. This is another completely forgettable kaiju to me, but we'll.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I enjoy the sort of mix of the sci-fi and the historical elements. I think
Same.
It's a really good aesthetic choice. Having all this equipment set up in this like Japanese castle throne room is so cool. I basically kind of like this episode. I think it's all right. It's like let me have a quick scan down these episodes. Is there any of them that I prefer to this? No.
Definitely not for me. I think this is the best one of the bunch.
Again, the bar's not very high right now. This is still kind of like standard mid, but like, you know, in a 50-episode show, you need mid, and in a good 50-episode show, this would be appreciable mid.
Yeah.
I want to give him points for the premise, kind of like we had with that one episode last week, where I'm like, this is fairly original. I think we did have one episode in the past.
Yeah, in Ace we had like a actual time travel episodes. There's a bit, I guess, novel, and it's an isekai instead.
Yeah, they kind of turn it on its head from your expectation, it's just kind of a neat little twist.
Mm-hmm.
This does open up the question of an afterlife being complicated in the world of Ultraman.
It's a place. It's a place you can go to. And like the narrator's like, oh, who knows what's out there in the deep dark of space? And it's like, oh my god, the land of the dead is just like a planet somewhere or something.
I almost have to wonder if this is also a sign of the waning influence of the actual Tsuburaya family on the show production, because this I feel like this wouldn't have been done a few shows back.
They're like, no, when you die, you go to heaven or hell or purgatory. This is not. You don't go to the land of Yomi. This is not how this works.
Don't worry about it.
You either go to Paris or let's pick a hell. Where's hell on Earth?
Texas.
You either go to Paris or Texas. And then, or, purgatory. Which is somewhere.
Isn't there a movie called... Yeah, there's the 1984 film, Paris, Texas.
Yeah, it's by the same director as Wings of Desire. Which is why I have the movie downloaded on my watch list to watch later.
Oh, I see.
I now understand how you got to Texas.
No, I just pulled it out of my ass. It had nothing to do with the movie.
You just pulled Texas. Okay, fair play.
What if I made a movie called Heaven Hell?
Heaven Hell.
Geiger reference. Sick.
This is a fucking song. This is that fucking song that Nini and Mint just did a cover of like a couple of weeks ago or something. I'm not mad. What's the guy called? He's a YouTuber. It's called like, hang on, 10 Goku G Goku. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. Ioban. There it is. Anyway, who made this episode?
This episode was made by Noriaki Yuasa and then written by Yasushi Hirano.
I see. Bunpei couldn't stop by.
No.
Maybe
we'll like print on him later.
I see. Mal.
Look forward to later this podcast. Special Extrator Kazuo Sagawa. Gera, suit actor as Koichi Nara. It's modified for the Mu suit. It's another fucking dinosaur. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got the names of the two evil guys. Somehow.
Ooh, who are they?
Lord Mebes
Okay.
Maybe he's nuts.
I see.
And then Dr. Gage is played by Munemaru Koneda.
Dr. Gage is a good name.
That is a good name.
That's a good name for an evil scientist.
I was about to say like late 90s.
But not as good
movie.
as classic villain of Bioman, Dr. Man.
Dr. Man. Hell
For
yeah.
the man.
Please, Dr.
Yes.
Manhattan was my father. Call me Dr. Man.
Man,
They got that Alan Moore season on the Shell by Genre.
they do that. Have
I've
they
been
read
reading.
Watchmen, or are they reading Watchmen soon?
No, they're not going to do Watchmen. They're like explicitly doing the not superhero stuff because they're like, well, we want to save that for actual superhero. Maybe an actual superhero genre season. So they did like a V for Vendetta and Swamp Thing.
I see.
It's my excuse to get back to that Swamp Thing read I talked about forever ago on this podcast.
Yeah, I was thinking, hey, that's the
Hang
thing.
on,
Brad.
Swamp Thing's a superhero, isn't he?
Swamp Thing is a superhero.
He is, but I guess he's his, OC.
If you want to get away with it, he was part of like that DC Vertigo like comics imprint thing that like was technically supposed to be more occult and horror and monstery, like along with like Constantine and stuff.
Yeah, but like, yeah, okay.
But he's a superhero.
I have not read V for Vendetta.
They did.
I bought it because of the podcast, but I've not read it yet.
I haven't read. I just kind of listened to the podcast. And go, oh, that's neat. Naturally, your birthday comes up on that podcast.
It does. Remember.
Yeah.
The 5th of November.
Yeah.
Because, everyone has to wish me a fucking happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's
Damn,
why.
all these fireworks just for you.
Just for me and Tomino. And
what was I gonna say?
What's her face? The Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, I think what they said was like, yeah, we wanted to do like a Watchmen in conversation with other superhero stuff. I think what they wanted, and also they're like, if we were doing the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, we need like 1 billion hours of research into these other classic novels.
Oh my, yes.
I didn't actually know that was a Alan Moore thing until like basically a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
He's like he loves doing like pastiche stuff. So you wind up with like, oh, what if you did like an old-timey like adventure with like a team up of all these classic characters and stuff. And then, the guy who's in, what's his name? The captain in, the one who's got the submarine called the Nautilus in the Jules Verne book, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Or Roy
What's
Schneider.
it called? It's like Nemo or something? Captain Nemo?
Yeah, Captain
Roy
Nemo,
Schneider.
Right?
Roy Schneider. Roy Schneider trying to sink British Empire ships. I don't think that's what's happening in Sequest. Fighting the giant squid. Maybe they do find a giant squid in Sequest.
Unfortunately, Sequest Season 2 gets mad stupid, so they do.
Oh, okay. I have not read League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but I've seen the cover, and I'm like, I don't think you're getting. I think you feel a little too confident about Captain Nemo. I think I think you've got some confidence about this that I don't think.
Do you think it's confidence or overconfidence?
Well, as we have all established, there is no such thing as a difference between the two. Overconfidence is simply confidence that doesn't work out.
Yeah. I'm reminded I saw a good post yesterday. I got a. There it is. That's just sillily enough relevant to this conversation.
Okay.
Somehow.
Batman and Joker from The Dark Knight. Childhood is when you think they dove 20,000 leagues underwater. Adulthood is when you realize they traveled 20,000 leagues around the world while underwater. So that is so true. That is so true. I have 20,000. Is that like on my bookshelf over there?
I should watch that 50s movie that's been on my hard drive.
Oh, you continue the 50s movie trip.
Because I was like, I had that for a while because I thought, like, oh, the special effects in this is good. And that's
a kaiju movie?
Fantastic Voyage was, like, the same director doing another submarine thing, so I'm like, oh, I should get to that.
I think if I remember right, I think the movie 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is, like, has, like, way more comedy than the book. But, like, also I haven't read the book, so, like, I don't know if that's actually true. I've just seen the movie.
For some reason, I just know it's also a live-action Disney movie in the 50s. I'm like, did they make those? That's crazy.
Yeah. That was craziest live-action Disney movie to me is like Dragon Slayer, which is the fucking.
I always forget that's Disney.
That's a fucking kaiju movie.
Actually, it's Falcon.
Shut up. That's a kaiju movie. I love that. That movie's kind of shoddy, but like it's good.
I don't think I've seen that since I was a kid. I remember liking it.
Yeah, it's good. It's like I think the main character's actor is like I'm like okay, but I think it's a good, pretty decent movie.
Now, I hate to be that person.
Oh, we're talking about Ultraman.
We do have 3 more episodes of Ultraman.
Okay, let's talk about episode 27 of Ultraman 80. Because we're clearly done talking about episode 26. Episode 27 of Ultraman 80 is called Terror of the White Devil, featuring Alien Algo.
Who's been watching Gundam?
Yeah, I was going to say, this episode written by Dozl Zabi. I don't
Unfortunately,
think Dozl Zabi can read or write.
In this episode, the White Devil is the Oozinator.
That is true. A weird foam that completely melts / absorbs people without affecting their clothes is terrorizing Japan. UGM calls in Dr. Aoyama, a leading figure in alien biology, but he's acting weird. He blocks his eyes from a camera flash and starts talking about the foam probably being alien algo, who are really peaceful. Takeshi is like, algo aren't peaceful. Also, the foam definitely isn't peaceful because it tried to kill Jono 5 minutes ago. In a photo of Aoyama, Takeshi sees the shadow of an alien. He confronts Aoyama in his home and learns his body has been claimed and possessed by alien Algo. Algo just leaves the body for 5 minutes so that Aoyama himself can tell Takeshi how this happened. And then Algo comes back and is like, wow, he told you everything, huh? Good for you. Then he locks Takeshi in a can't transform into Ultraman device. Algo turns into the giant alien Algo and starts wrecking Tokyo. Takeshi concentrates really hard inside the can't transform into Ultraman device and manages to transform into Ultraman. He remembers the camera flash.
No, to be fair, he breaks it and then transforms. It's a difference.
I see. That is, that's
how does he break it?
Shush.
Don't worry about it.
Don't ask questions.
Remember Ryuasa said, oh, Tsuraya won't let Ultraman lose.
Yeah. A man who must have been so miserable his entire stint on this show. I can't wait to... Oh, God. Man, sucks to be Yuasa. Where was I? Yes. He remembers the camera flash and shines a really bright light at Algo, stunning him. Light was its weakness after all. Then 80 destroys Algo, and all the victims survive in their fully Ship of Theseus bodies. The end.
Even more than the last week's Slime episode, this is the most we just need something that doesn't cost anything to make episode I've ever seen of Ultraman in my life.
Ultra 7 coded.
It's just shaving foam.
It really is. And, like, off-screen fans and, like, wind effects to move this shit.
The guy in the car getting his face eat by the foam is literally what happens at the end of Fantastic Voyage. I was like, oh, hey, nice.
Well,
I think this might be one of the most dull episodes we have ever watched for this podcast. This is just so nothing.
It's got all the it's that weird thing where it's got all the components of like an episode of Ultraman that we're like, yeah, that was pretty good, and it doesn't cohere into anything exciting or even mildly engaging.
It's like that.
You can't make foam scary. I'm sorry.
No, I believe that Tsuburaya of the 60s had the sauce to make foam scary. Back when that was all they fucking had. Back when they were working with shoestring budgets and stuff.
We saw intimidating bubbles.
But the bubbles were. It was never the bubbles alone, though. The bubbles were always part of something greater.
I see.
Like, people weren't being preyed upon by the bubbles. Like, as
well, you gotta listen, Amagi, right?
Amagi got preyed upon by a bubble.
That's true.
I do think there's a degree of lost source here, where it's like, they got too used to good special effects, and now they don't know how to do shit ones.
Why did the alien leave?
That's a very good question.
He's just like, I'm just gonna
pop out for a bit. I gotta go get like I'm gonna go get a Coke. Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want anything from the shop, Takeshi?
I give you some Skittles.
Yeah. It's
I forget if it's this episode or a later one, but I do think it's fun that Jono's dad Jun is still around.
Yeah, he's sticking around as like this is one of the episodes that he's in. I think he's in another episode.
He's in the last one, I think, as well.
Yeah, he's in the Ghost Run episode.
I think the weather girl shows up for 5 seconds again to be like, hey, this actress
she
still
likes
has a
to
paid
show
role
up
in the
for
show.
like 2 seconds every episode, just be like, hey, the weather's pretty good today.
Poor Non-chan.
They could have just been like, yeah, Non-chan decided to become a meteorologist.
Yeah, they could. It's not like she's important. It was, she's just kind of a funny bit part. That was kind of her role in the school as well. She was a funny bit part.
My favorite, want to know my favorite jokes is when I walk down the hallway and a girl tells me the weather report. What a knee slapper.
I love when she's fucking wrong. It was like a couple of weeks ago she said it's going to be clear skies, and it was fucking eternal night because the sun was black.
Two paths before you of how to take the she was wrong joke.
Mm-hmm.
One about weather forecasts, and the other is misogyny.
Oh, I see. I'm just, bit of both. I'm like, obviously Non-chan is here as just like a cruel reminder of the show we didn't get. And I have not noted it down in any of these summaries, but one of these episodes, she's walking down the hall and spots 2 guys and is like, oh, you're new. And they get little name cards because they're the new UGM guys. And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Oh, yeah, it's this episode because they're like new guys, so I'm like, I can't give them their name.
One of these episodes I did get up to make popcorn and I just let the episode roll, and I think it was during that part because I have no recollection of this at all.
Yeah, we just got 2
UGM guys. I did not note their names. I will not be discussing them.
I will be giving their names to give their actors, and then I will be forgetting them.
Yeah.
They've stopped caring about making any of those characters like a felt presence in the show.
Jono's getting some. Jono's getting,
which I'm not surprised because she's the female lead like that they want to pair him off with, which like this doesn't feel like a team. And I guess the captain, when they need like an authority figure to make harsh decisions.
The captain's getting so much less shit than he used to because they introduced Ito, who, again, I don't fucking care. I'm so mad every week about a show that I don't actually feel anything about. Okay. Anyway.
This was definitely one of 2 seasons post Ace I was dreading.
It's very, here's the thing. It makes for good podcasts just because of how optimistic Brad and I were.
This might be painful to say, but can I be completely truthful? The way I feel watching 80 is basically not any different from how I feel watching most of Taro or half of Leo.
Okay.
To be completely transparent with both of you, like I felt kind of numb for a long time about Ultraman being kind of like, oh, they got complacent maybe with just doing the same thing over and over again. Like I truly don't think this is a ton worse than what we've been seeing.
I think like that is the thing, like it's objectively the quality isn't bad, it's just that we had a good setup and now I just feel less engaged because I liked what we had before. And also it is like diminishing returns of like we've had so much that I am also like getting fatigued with just like the same thing.
I just feel like the last big, like, truly I feel like the last big shakeup we've had that like felt like it lasted long enough to be something super exciting was like the first half of Ace, and even then they didn't really do, like, we complained a lot about how that didn't even end up mattering.
Well, yeah, like I think there's people who like, well, as we move to this, there's people who really fuck with the first half of Ace, and meanwhile we feel like those changes were like half-assed, both in terms of like actually making Yuko an actual female protagonist equal to Hokuto, and on the other hand, Yapul actually being like
a villain
in a real sense, and not just like there's a regular Ultraman episode, but then we show Yapul for like 2 seconds, like, oh, I'm the one behind this.
You've got a lead writer with an idea that he's going in on a lot, and then the other writers are like, Hokuto is actually in charge, like running Ultraman when he's got the controller, and she's just like cheering him on. And it's like, okay, what was the fucking point?
That's why he got quit the 2 rings.
Yeah.
And I do want to give him like some credit. Like, I mean, so like obviously Leo had ideas that like we fucked with, and then, you know, shakeups happened. And the other thing is, I do also feel like there is stuff in these last few series, including like even 80, I'd say to some extent. Like, if I was a kid, I do think I would be more engaged with like I think the vehicles in 80 are really cool every time they show up.
Needs to be emphasized, if you were a kid watching 80, you hadn't seen Leo because you weren't born yet. So
that's also true. Yeah. But like watching all of these, you know, as an adult,
in a row because of the process.
Succession. It doesn't
in a row.
I saw Clerks one day.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm in the awkward spot where like I've seen all these Showa shows for the first time alongside you guys, but we're coming up on the shows that I have seen, and I'm like, well, I know things, but I should keep quiet.
The Heisei, I you know, I have my fingers crossed for Heisei Ultraman.
I can like either confirm or dissipate any worries you may have, but also for the bit.
I'd rather go in just not having any expectations.
Yeah, like I feel like it makes better. I just think it makes for better podcasting. I feel like, you know, we keep the same process.
Keeping the secret of what 80 is from us, and laughing along with us and going, yeah, this show is going to be great.
And while I pain inside,
monster. Who made this episode?
This is the fun one. Toru Toyama and Ryu Minamikawa.
Okay, Mel.
Special effects director is Koichi Takano. Algo suit actor is Takashi Yamazaki. Our two new guys who definitely matter and whose names will definitely come up. Shinhachiro Fujimori is played by Masashi Furuta, and Noboru Ikeda is played by Tatsuya Okamoto.
Okay.
Oh, this is important to note. So I was like, I didn't write anything about this guy. Why didn't I? This was the pen name. Ryu Minamikawa is the writer pen name for director Samaji Nonagase, who we talked about a lot because he directed a shit ton of Ultraman through Ultra. Oh wait, no, we talked about this already because he also did Order to Destroy the Rogue Star, episode 19. Never mind. I thought I didn't do my job.
He's a classic Ultra guy.
Oh, you know what? He directed episode 19, Destroy the Rogue Star, but he didn't write it. That was Bunzo Wakatsuki. So this is him coming back for the writing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Do we have anything more to say about episode 27, or do we want to move on?
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Episode 28 is called Lullaby for the Migrant Bird Monster. I hope that's what it's called. Featuring.
Actually nailed it.
Excellent.
It's actually the Migrant Bird's Lullaby. or Sleep Song.
Sleep Song? God,
Repost
everyone hop on
Sleep Song.
God.
Be when I want to show up and be a hater for the most popular video game of 2025. More like Sleep Song, am I right?
Repost this to delay Sleep Song.
Hollow shite Sleep Song. I've been poking away at Silk Song. It's pretty good.
Me too. I'm not that far though.
Featuring Bal and Zakula. Oh, look, a romantic meteor shower. Wait, those are big meteors. Fuck, that car exploded. The narrator tells us they weren't meteors at all. They were the remains of a giant monster. In investigating these meteors, UGM finds a giant kaiju egg, classic, and Takeshi is there when it hatches. The baby bird kaiju Bao imprints on Takeshi, and everyone starts calling him Mama for a laugh. Science
Mama Luigi.
Yeah, I was about to do it. You beat me to it.
Okay. Science explains that the bird kaiju are migrating, and that's why they're in Earth space. As for why they're falling from the sky, it could only be the Baal's natural predator, Zakula. This is Dr. Aoyama saying this, by the way. UGM runs some training exercises to prepare for if Zakula gets aggressive enough to attack Earth. Takeshi unwillingly bonds some more with baby Baal, and then more meteor strikes. Everyone's like really mad about this and calling for action. Zakula is just voracious for Baal kaiju, which causes more meteors to fall. So UGM launches in the... What is this spaceship called?
The Space Mammy?
Yeah, my subs call it space... It's called Space Mammy. Anyway. To deal with Zakula, and everyone except Takeshi gets knocked out. Takeshi opens the airlock door and hops out just out into space.
Shinhayata moment.
Transforming into 80 in the process. 80 fights Zakula, gets owned. Baby Baal recognizes its mother and saves 80 by fighting Zakula, and then gets owned. And 80 avenges the dead Baby Baal by destroying Zakula. Baby Baal's soul ascends to space as an angel. Oh well, the end.
I guess. Oh, go ahead, Mel.
Theoretically, the idea of Ultraman becomes a mother could be fun.
Mm-hmm. They don't do... It's not, though, because they don't do the fun bit.
Yeah.
They really do not do enough work to make the bond between the two, like, actually felt by the audience.
Yeah.
2 scenes... like not very long. Takeshi's just there when Baal is born, and then he visits Baal
in a pen.
in a pen,
Yeah.
and like they have a thing where he mimics like Bal mimics Takeshi, and Takeshi's like, oh, stop that, and then goes away, and then he comes back, and then Bal fucking dies.
What you really need is this to be like a complete goo-goo baby, and then they're like, well, because for science reasons it needs to live in your apartment for a bit.
Goo Goo Baby is not a real... We've been over this. You can't be a real baby and a Goo Goo Baby. A Goo Goo Baby is an adult who is being subjected to Goo Goo Baby. It would be illegal to do Goo Goo Babies with a baby.
Dear audience, please have it on record that the state of Ultraman 80 is so dire we're having age regression discourse instead of actually talking about the episode.
Anyways, they should have made this a dumb little pet he had to keep at his apartment and actually do dumb pet shit with.
Yeah. He should have to have it with him in the ship that he's flying for training. It should be bothering him. It should be sat like
he could be like Kosei.
Yeah, it could be like getting in the way of the controls. He could almost crash because of the baby. Yeah. And Zacula is here, and Zacula's flying around in space eating space birds, but Zacula is just a dinosaur.
Yeah, he's just biting their necks, chomp, chomp.
Just chomp. I don't know how he propels himself through space. I mean, here's the thing. I don't really know how a bird propels itself through space, but I'm not going to ask questions. This is just arms and legs on this kaiju. I'm confused. Oh well.
I do kind of like the idea of like Earth being part of a greater ecology where like, oh, sometimes like a little baby monster
doesn't.
What?
Teraraki doesn't.
Oh, true. I like the idea. It's like, oh, a little baby monster can show up and then like, its natural predator like comes to eat because, that's what they do. But like that's kind of the only bone I could throw this episode. And I'm like, that's kind of a fun idea, I guess.
There's an implication here that it's on a much longer time scale, this migration, because this isn't happening very often. No one really remembers this happening, so like presumably the Baal kaiju are on like operating on a much longer time frame for their migrations. I think that's all kind of cool. I just think the rest of the episode's kind of boring.
Yeah,
they've gotten really bad at characterization. They
have. Takeshi is looking. Listen, Takeshi is declining to nurture a child. What has happened to our boy?
Remember when he was kind of a goofy weirdo?
Remember when he was a goofy weirdo who had children at heart? He was in his heart. He was like, I will help children.
Now he is just Ultraman protagonist, man.
Yeah, he's just
another protagonist in the Science Patrol.
Who sometimes snipes protesters with analysis rays.
Listen, that episode is getting higher in my estimation just for making me feel things.
It was the day after, it was the day after he quit the school, and he was feeling a way about it.
The day after he quit the school, he was like, "I'm gonna snipe protesters for being secret aliens. Please do not look into the subtext of what a secret alien might be.
Do not look up what Takeshi was doing on September 10th.
No, he was getting ready to assassinate Allende.
No, I meant this year.
Okay. Oh, right. Yes. I was like, what did something significant happen on the 10th of September?
I was waiting for that to sink in.
let me cast my mind back and think for a second. What on earth happened? Oh yeah, he got. The timing could not have been funnier. His last words are really funny. Oh man,
Never forget, but everyone forgot this year.
Yeah, everyone forgot because we were too busy. Charlie, so it was like someone was asking questions like, "Is there a problem with like shootings in this country?" And Charlie Cook was like, "Oh, you mean gang violence?" And then got shot by like a right-wing weirdo. Anyway, who made this episode?
Our good friend Boompai Ai wrote this, and it was directed by Toru Toyama.
Phoning it in.
This feels like a paycheck. Like
it's so clear because it's like 3 scenes that he gets with the bird. It's just like we do the introduction, we have a little reminder, and then we have the payoff. And and the reminder will build their relationship a little. It's so formulaic. Yeah. Mel.
So star actors Koichi Takano, Ball suit actors Takashi Yamazaki, and Zakura suit actors Akira Hori.
Nice. Do we have anything else to say about this episode? That sounds like no.
No, I'm really grasping at straws with all of these. I'm being honest with you.
We're gonna hit an hour on Ultraman. It's gonna
for the
happen.
first time in
a few weeks.
I think it's really funny that the past few weeks we've managed to consistently hit 2-hour podcasts, but every Ultraman segment has been under 1 hour.
Well, yes. Oh man. Well, we have here episode 29, which is called Rage of the Monster Emperor, featuring Ghost Ron. Ghost Ron. It's just, Ronald.
Is it?
That's a ghost. That's what I have, Ghost Ron.
I have Kathy.
Okay. I had some...
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, that's right. So, yes, I have Kathy and because Kathy is the name of it that the guy gives this thing, and Oyama's like, oh, that's Ghost Ron, so I've put Ghost Ron here because that was just the one that I remembered. Yeah, it's Kathy. Anyway. In the Kia Valley, there is a legend. Every 300 years, some shit happens, and a kaiju shows up. The leader of the village, who's just called Chief in my subs, I truly do not know if that's the actual title this guy is supposed to have, or, the Japanese equivalent. It's just, it's just, I don't know. It's, it seems strange to me.
To further explain this, the episode does start, with, there are very few completely unexplored parts of the Japanese archipelago, but in this backwards-ass village, there's this valley full of mystery and wonder.
Yeah, so he's just chief. He's the village chief. He's just dressed in... If you haven't watched the episode and you're now picturing a guy, he's just dressed in a suit. I was truly in my notes I was writing down the mayor, and then realized that they were just calling him Chief all the time. The Chief, the 300-year wait is up, and in an election gambit, the Chief is playing up this legend for kaiju tourism. He's approved the kaiju named Kathy, and now he's got guys in the woods faking kaiju sounds for the benefit of a CEO hunting enthusiast, a professor at a women's university, and a novelist who brought his little brother. Anyway, so it turns out the legend is straight up real. A real-ass kaiju awakens from its slumber in the mountain and starts scaring the shit out of people. The CEO guy reveals his greed when he tries and fails to capture the kaiju. UGM shows up and Captain Oyama is like, that looks like Ghost Ron, but way bigger. He calls the team and tells them, do not let Ghost Ron gain a taste for human flesh because it needs probably 1,000 kilograms of meat every day just to function. Takeshi saves the chief and the CEO from being eaten, but crashes in the process and becomes Ultraman 80. 80 defeats Ghost Ron, defeats Kathy, but takes it somewhere nice and isolated, where it can finally hibernate in peace. back in the woods, everyone has a good laugh at the chief and the CEO stuck in a tree, and the narrator's line like, "Yeah, I bet Kiathy's laughing too." The end.
Oh, okay. I figured it out. Because I think I remember the name Ghost Drawn somewhere.
Yeah, it's the Return of Ultraman one. I also looked this up.
Yeah, Ghost Drawn is a kaiju from Return of Ultraman. It was from the Dynamite Factory, I think.
Yeah, it's the episode where the missile gets lodged in its tail, and it's heading towards the Dynamite Factory that's conveniently located nearby.
And yeah, so I guess it was just like, oh, hey, this kaiju looks suspiciously like another kaiju. Continuity.
It's really... They've never really done this before, and I think it's weird that they decided to start now.
It is weird. I didn't even notice because I wasn't paying attention to the episode, but like, yeah, it's weird that they did that.
Because I remembered the name Ghostron because of how odd it sounds, and also I have an Uncle Ron.
And he's a ghost.
I hope not.
Honestly,
the way he complains about life, I wouldn't be surprised if I got a call any day now. He's like, oh, he's Ghost Ron now.
Is this the defining okay. Remember, I thought you were claiming the defining features of ghosts was that they had complaints.
Well, that's like the thing of like there's something tethering them unresolved to the earth. Except him, every time I talk to him, he's like, I hate my neighbors and my hips suck. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
For example, like those fucking ghosts breaking a Scrooge place. Hey, I think you should like Christmas better, bitch.
People get. Here's the thing. Scrooge was bad all year round. Why was everyone so hung up on Christmas?
Because Christmas is the year you should at least try to be good.
I see. Yeah, so we've got a little kind of comedy episode about these some goofy guys trying to fake a kaiju, and then it turns out that the kaiju's real, and they get owned.
I think this is an episode that if you describe beat for beat what happens, I like it more than actually watching. Because I think the hoax idea and like the idea that this is all like a weird tourist industry is really fun.
I felt guilty being checked out of this episode because I was like, I feel like the premise of this episode is one I should really like, but I also don't care. And I don't know how much of that is just because the episode or versus just my writing off 80 in general, and maybe I should be caring more, but also the episode should try harder to pull me in, maybe.
It doesn't have the charisma, I don't think, to pull it off, really.
Ultraman AC is risless. That's the problem. I thought this episode was kind of fine. Nothing special, but like I was like, yeah, it was alright. I was not like super bored or anything, but I was just kind of, it's not great. It's just it's Ultraman. I thought the selection of people that were coming to come be tourists was odd and not really. Only one of them does anything in the episode, and I was like, this is strange. Because they got these, like, guest characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it just felt slightly odd. They bring that guy brings his little brother, and I'm like, oh, that little brother's going to be relevant to the episode. No. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just like the Gomez episode of Ultra Q.
Yeah. That kid was relevant for that one episode, and then never again.
He wasn't to the fight.
Well, no. He was relevant the way Ash is relevant when Pikachu's electrocuting bitches.
No, because Ash is telling Pikachu to do that.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Pikachu could do that himself.
But that's not the point of Pokemon.
Right. Do you think Ash's Pokemon are the ones actually doing shit, and like they're like
letting him feel good?
Yeah, they're letting him feel good.
It's give and take.
See, I don't know how much the anime goes into the thing that the games do, where the more gym badges you have, the more, like, your Pokemon are forced to listen to you then.
I think that's just like more for like game mechanic thing.
Yeah.
Like because like you can trade. They don't want you to cheat by being
it's
like
a balancing thing.
You don't want someone to trade you like their level 100 Dragonite when you're just starting the game.
You know what's funny is when I had Pokemon Yellow as a child, I did this shit anyways, and I just endured the fact that sometimes that fucker wouldn't listen. You still listen. It only needs to listen once to one shot the enemy. So that's
why you're okay with Persona 3.
Yeah, I like Persona 3. That's a good one.
I remember there was the OVA, the Pokemon, The Origin or whatever, and like they kind of imply that gym leaders like tailor their teams to like the number of badges someone has.
They had that shot where Brock has like 6 Pokeballs, but he only grabs 2.
Yeah, I think that like makes sense in the world building.
You know,
just like
it's kind of cute.
Like, oh yeah, like there's like 8 of these guys, and someone's gonna start their journey from different towns, so it makes sense, you know.
Oh, I've just realized his name is B-Rock.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Brock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You're allowed because you just you've never engaged with Pokemon until this year.
Yeah,
I'll
first time I started playing a Pokemon this year. This is the first time I've
think it's
engaged
kind
with
of
Pokemon.
Weird almost that like the first season of anime is like, yeah, his party members are 2 gym leaders.
I posted that I had like a Kakuna or whatever, and I was like, I don't know what this does. I assume it will do something when I level it up. And multiple people were like, oh my god, you really don't know anything about Pokemon.
That's amazing.
It did do something. It did do something. It was cool. It was Metapod. That was what it was. I got a cool butterfly.
You're gonna love Magikarp.
I know about Magikarp. I do know about Magikarp.
Okay.
Yeah. That one, inescapable.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about Ultraman?
This is a Magikarp of an episode, let me tell you. You know what? No, that applies. It'll get cool at some point.
It'll get cool. Maybe we'll stop talking about Ultraman and we'll have something interesting to say.
Gyarados is not a dragon type. What's up with that?
Yeah.
It's not even have a dragon type when it mega evolves, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It still fucks me up. I'm 3 inches taller than a Charizard.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
I now know your height.
Yeah.
You know how tall is a Charizard?
It's smaller than you'd think. Blastoise also a short
5'7".
king.
5'7". All right. Wait, how tall is Blastoise?
5'3".
Oh my god.
I'm taller than Blastoise. What the fuck?
Oh wow, I'm confirmed tallest on the podcast.
Damn.
Listen. 6 foot is where tall heights start.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing. Being 6 foot nothing is really inconvenient because people just think you're lying. People just think you're making it up all the time. People are just like, no, you're like 5'10". I was like, no, really?
I have had this before, and I'm like, why would I lie about being... You know what? Never mind. I shouldn't say that. A lot of people would probably do that. Yeah. The more I think about it.
My sister's boyfriend claimed he was 6 foot. He is like a good 3 inches shorter than me. Which is very
Be comfortable with yourself, people.
It's all fine.
Don't listen to weird people on the internet. It doesn't.
Except for us.
Except for us.
For us.
Listen to every word we say.
You can listen to neural mapping. That's also good.
That's also
actually wait. That implies I'm calling my friends weird. No wait. No.
Yeah, they're fucking weird. Fucking weird.
I can't believe you're trying to cause beef.
What would we beef over? We'd beef over M stat. No, we wouldn't beef over M stats on Ultraman. M's right about Ultraman.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Who
made this episode?
Noriaki Yuasa, and then written by Bunzo Wakatsuki again.
Nell.
Special director is Kazuo Sagawa. I'm pretty sure I said that word correctly. Kathy, suit actor Akira Hori, also shoehorning in a new guy, sculpted by Shinichi Wakasa, who seems to be doing a bunch of other kaiju for the stretch of 80, starting in episode like 15. Forgot to write it down, so I put him here. Short bio, he was like a lifelong fan of Kamen Rider as a kid when he was like in the 70s, early 70s, and somehow managed to get a chance to visit the set of Kamen Rider V3 and like the studio of EX Productions, who did sculpting for various 70s Ultraman and Kamen Rider shows. In high school, he somehow, I guess, managed to join a kendo club that let him do stunt work for Stronger and Go Ranger. But then as he approached graduation, he's like, what am I going to do with my life? He was like, well, actually, I'm too short to be an action star. So he's like, well, actually, I'm going to get into special effects because Star Wars and Close Encounters of the Third Kind came out, and special effects are cool. So he joined Cosmo Production in 1978. And then in 1980, he started his own company at the age of 20 called Monster. And then at some point during 80, Cosmo Production, who was previously doing all the sculpting work, started focusing more on Kamen Rider Super 1, and that's when his studio Monster seems to have taken over around, I guess, episode 15 or so. And later in life, in the 90s and 2000s, he'd move over to Toho and work on the Godzilla movies. So.
Nice.
Also, for this episode, reading this on the wiki, it made a lot of things click into place.
Okay.
This episode features guest appearances by several well-known veteran Japanese comedians of the time, including Toshiaki Minami, Keiroku Seki, Ryoichi Tamagawa, and Miyuki Kojima.
There's an episode of Fresh Precure.
I knew immediately you were going to mention this,
where the Manzai duo are like guest characters and they can't voice act, and so their comedy's really unfunny.
There's another Manzai episode in Smile Precure.
Okay.
I think it's different duo, but
yeah.
I do have to admit, every time either one of you says Fresh Precure, I'm steeling myself to hear Fresh Prince.
Yeah. In Fresh Prince. Fresh Precure's so good.
Setsuna talk about this is a story of all about how
her life did get flipped turned upside down. Let me fucking
really
tell you.
Did.
Man. The duel in the rain. Man.
Yeah.
Magical girls, I thought so cool.
Very curious what you think of Sweet Precure.
I'll have to get there.
Well, I mean, it's like is after Hardcat, so whenever you get
well, then yeah, I'll have to, at some point start with. I've got to maybe. I should catch up on the current I should get at least to some shit people talked about with like some things are really popping off like about halfway through the show, and I was like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm still gonna catch up myself, but like there's fun stuff with one of the characters.
Okay. I do like the little Meroron.
That's the character
who keeps calling the other mascot an affectionate form of the word sister.
Yeah.
Which they have translated as sissy.
Well.
And
yeah.
And so my screenshot folder is increasingly filling up with lines from Meroron saying shit like, let me grab this.
I think
I have to fucking post some of these.
Meroron is really funny because she's just like...
I love her.
Really hard... More than you'd expect for Precure. Gay yearning for Purin, who is... just the gremlin who's just like, I like to play with toys.
Yeah. I like to play and draw. Let me find some choice sissy images here.
What episode are you on anyway?
I don't, like 16, 17 or something.
Okay. You're on the cusp, I think, of when things happen.
On the cusp.
I said I just forgot. Oh, I got episode 25 next. I like the guy, the manager guy, played by Suabe. He's fun.
Here we go. Let me. Where's this one just gone? Where is it? I've got it selected, so it should be. I'm gonna cut this shit out where I'm waiting. Here we go. I can't believe this choice of translation. This little freak mascot declaring Sissy must sleep with me. And I'm like, I can't believe what's happening on my screen. Anyway. Do we have what's left to say about this episode?
I think we ran out
Ultraman.
of things.
It is not that funny.
I'm a dried up husk on the floor right now.
Well, we can save you from your dried up husk on the floor state. We can move on. Mel,
I was gonna say we can move you to not on the floor.
Yeah, we can put you in a chair.
We can have birdies it for a little bit.
Yeah. Mel, color timers.
Episode 26, 2 minutes 41 seconds. Episode 27, 2 minutes 21 seconds. Episode 28, 5 minutes 26 seconds. Episode 29, 2 minutes 19 seconds.
Okay, we're fucking out on Ultraman. We will be back in a second to talk about anything else.
Finally, some good food.
Welcome back. I have done nothing except move.
Do you want to talk about moving? Was there any fun-filled adventures in your moving experience?
I posted this in the thing when my internet needed fixing. The woman who came to fix it chose about halfway into the visit to declare that I looked like her ex, and I was like, I don't know what to do with that information.
You didn't reply like I could be your future ex or anything?
No. In my autism, I asked, was he good looking?
Oh.
I was like, I don't have anything. I can't say. There's nothing to say to that. It was.
It is a weird thing to just suddenly say.
She had made it really obvious that she had been thinking about this and thinking about whether it'd be weird to tell me, and it was weird. It was weird to tell me.
I think she had a Gollum won the argument moment.
Yes, absolutely. But yes, she fixed everything. Very nice, very helpful. I've got, it's quite. It's nice. It's like it's a studio, but like it's spacious. Not like my last flat was absolutely dire, grimy, miserable, and also I had millions of stories about how awful the landlord was. Yeah. This landlord I have yet to encounter. I do not even know who they are. So hopefully it basically stays that way. They just take my money and I never have to think about them.
I'm happy you have a place you seem to like, at the very least.
It's good, and like I can just run a wire from the Wi-Fi to my consoles, my computer, etc., which was not really an option in my last place.
No more.
That is fantastic.
No more Nanaya gaming.
Yeah,
I had my own apartment.
More Nanaya gaming. I
had my own apartment funsies, which I think I wrote about in the group chat a little bit. I didn't get a lot done this week, in part because mysterious noises started to
What?
Yeah, mysterious noises were in our walls because of a water line issue for like the vast majority of the week. And it took a little bit of investigating from like the property manager people, like their maintenance staff, and like I think they called in like a plumber or something for the assist, but they couldn't figure it out for a little bit. And it was getting real annoying. Like I couldn't sleep in my bedroom. I've been sleeping on like my living room couch for like the
not fun.
That's not the greatest of sleep.
I've been some pretty shitty sleep myself at my parents' place.
But there's not a weird, mysterious banging noise in my bathroom wall. So the weird thing, too, it was really, like, I've never had this before. It's probably just something because of how that bathroom is shaped and, like, how sound was coming through whatever pipe. But it was like, you could tell it was coming from that room, but it was, like, nigh impossible to determine what direction it was coming from when you were in there. Like, of the 3 possible walls, it's like, it kind of sounds like it's coming from, like, all of them. It was really weird. Like, even the like, I felt like I was going crazy, and then, like, I had the other, like 2 guys came in, and one of them just turned to me and was like, I think your house is, or, like, I think your apartment's haunted. Like, but they figured it out, and, it's better now. But because of that, I, like, didn't get much stuff. I played more Super Robot Wars. I guess I can talk about that a little bit. I think I'm like halfway through. What were you gonna say?
No. I was just gonna say yeah, sure.
Oh, you're teeing it up, yeah. Yeah, I'm like halfway through. It's all right. I am a little annoyed, and I don't know how. I don't know if the other games work like this. I can only imagine. There's a lot of, like, secret units and early unlocks and stuff that you can do, where it's like, oh, either you'll get this character, but towards the end game, or, you know, oh, there's this character that if you follow a specific set of different secret objectives, you can recruit this boss character who otherwise isn't playable, like, that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And some of those make sense. Like, okay, I understand if I have, like, a mission that's based on a specific series. It's not that weird to have, like, a secret objective be, hey, use the protagonist of this series to defeat the boss of this map. Like, get the kill shot. Like, that makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. But when it's stuff like, hey, make sure that Amuro and Camille have 100 kills between the 2 of them before you get to this part of the main story, or unless you miss out on recruiting Char early. I'm like, that's okay, that's a little annoying.
Okay. Yeah.
Because how I'd been playing this game is I was kind of using all 12 to 15 of the guys I'm supposed to have out on the map equally. And being very efficient about it. What I learned instead is I had...
In the way that you play tactics games.
Exactly. Instead, what I learned is that I should be Leroy Jenkinsing it with the characters I like a lot, and then have, like, support characters out behind them to just continuously heal them when they take shots from all of, like, the main brunt of the enemy forces on the map. And that way I can ensure that I get everyone that I want.
That sounds boring.
So I'm still not a big fan of the gameplay, I will admit. So when I realized that where the strategy part of the strategy game comes from is you have, like, a bunch of different skills equipped to each character that either are, like, defensive or help them move around the map better, or just have, like, different effects on, like, the battle. And it's really, like, the terrain modifiers are there, but they're incredibly... like, they're almost non-existent. The only time I feel like it's really matters if you have a unit who doesn't fly and you have to make them go underwater, like, their attack, like, hit percent goes to shit, which, like, makes sense to me. But beyond that, I haven't really felt the terrain modifier stuff too much, but it's really about the economy of those skills, and then also having support units close to the units that you know are going to get shot at a lot on the enemy turn, so that they can help out with, like, supporting them by, like, if they have, like, a support defense skill, they can, like, shield certain amounts of attacks at a reduced damage rate. a certain number of times for another character and stuff like that. So, and I hate to admit it, but that tabletop mecha thing I'm writing does have a similarity with this system in the sense that I do think when you are doing a mecha strategy game, I think that it's kind of an interesting creative decision that maybe terrain shouldn't matter that much because you're in a big fucking robot and like you are kind of, you know, I like that is actually something I kind of made my system in mind with. It's not really a strategy thing like this, but I do kind of like that idea of like, oh, it doesn't matter if this takes place in a city or in a giant wasteland or in space. Like, you're flying around in this big vehicle of death and like everything kind of bends to your whim. Like, fuck the consequences. That being said, when you have Hero Yui's Wing Zero out on the map and you have him do the rolling dual like beams like spin around attack, and the city from Macross Delta is the background, it looks really fucking funny.
Nice.
It's like, Hero, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He would do
that. Hero's great in this game. I'm a big fan. I continue to be a big fan of how they write Char. So the reason I realized the secret mission thing was a problem is because there's a mission where he's like, hey, come to Sweetwater, and we can do some like business stuff. Because the main character's ship is like an energy supplier for like places all around the globe and like Earth sphere or whatever. So they're heading over to Sweetwater, and then they get attacked by terrorists, and they're like, Char knew that they'd try to attack on this day, which is why he had us come over so that we could help defend the colony. Oh, that bastard. But then Zex, Noin, and Kira, all of whom have become Char's friends, show up to be like, oh, Char told us to join up with you guys. And there's a little note at the end of the mission that's like, Amuro, like, oh, I feel like maybe Char wanted to join, but he just can't quite convince himself to join up with us next. I'm like, I feel like I missed out on something. And sure enough, I looked it up, and it's like, oh, Camille and Amuro need to have a certain amount of kills before this mission, and then Char will show up. So I replayed like 4 missions to get Char.
Oh, no.
But yeah, it was worth
later,
it.
I guess.
You get him, I think, in like the second to last chapter. Otherwise, like he'll show up. Otherwise, you just get Zexnoin and Kira. Kira being around is extremely funny. I'm gonna be honest. Seed Destiny does kind of feel like an afterthought in this game, which I'm not complaining about. But Kira's hanging out with Char because he's like, hey, you and Durandal were allied in the last war, and I kind of want to learn more about that Durandal guy. And just like what he was like. And Char's like, okay, sure, I'll tell you about him. Shin is Domon's disciple now. You know what? There's a really good scene. There's a really good scene where you can get the Destiny Gundam early too, and also Luna Maria joins up, which I'm like, hell yeah. Like honestly, I do like Shin and Luna Maria a lot as characters. I think they're fine. Show treats them like shit, but
yeah, they're like one of those things where it's like, well, I wish these existed outside of this show because I like them otherwise.
Yeah, those two and Yazak are like my guys for Celestial or Cosmic Era, whatever the fuck it's called, Cosmic Era. Yeah. But there's a really good scene where you get the Destiny where you do like the like palm blast thing for the first time. And if you have Soletta out on the map, she's like, wow, Domon taught you the Shining Finger. And Shin's like, no, it's not the Shining Finger. That's my thing. And Soletta's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I thought it basically looks like the Shining Finger. I just thought that you like took that from Domon. And Shin gets really mad about it.
Nice.
Yeah, the Macross Delta people are fine. I don't know anything about Macross Delta, but I'm like, yeah, they're here. They're fun.
September.
Yeah, September.
Yeah.
That's the month that we are in.
True.
You know, it's a great. So this is, I think, taken from a Macross Delta. I have to imagine it's taken from a Macross Delta thing, but like, they're throwing a surprise birthday party for like Freya, the main character, or like the main idol girl or whatever of that show, right? And they're inviting, like, this is all happening when also Soletta is back around at the school to do the Elon Saris like first duel like thing or whatever with Farak for the first time. And it just shows, like, oh, everyone's hanging out, like, having a good time at this birthday party, and Soletta's worried about, like, you know, this upcoming duel. And then Amandra Commandra just walks in.
Oh, my gosh.
Sometimes crossovers are funny as fuck, dude. I love this. I am starting to get spoiled on Elgheim shit because of this game, though. So I am, like, I need to, before I play more, I need to get watching. So...
That's why I stopped watching Ghibli movies. Because I've got my physical copy of Taha. It's so nice. I do love I do love the art on this copy of the Earthsea Quartet. Anyway.
Yeah. That's all I got. I'd say this is the most I've enjoyed this is the most I've gotten into a Super Robot Wars game. I'm like 30 hours in. So
cool.
We'll see. This has been a fun little detour that I wasn't expecting in my game playing life, but I'll stick with it. I might as well. I'm sunk cost. I'm too deep in now.
I see.
Yeah.
Mel, what do you have?
I actually have a couple movies this week.
Oh, nice. What you been watching?
I watched these in the reverse order. I'm going to talk about them because I feel like I may as well carry the same energy the last time I brought some movies.
Okay.
So the first thing I'll talk about is the 2022 Danish/Icelandic movie Godland.
Okay.
Which is set in the 19th century. It's about basically a priest is being said, "Hey, go build a church in Iceland." He's a Danish priest is being told, "Hey, go to Iceland to build a church," because Iceland is still a Danish colony at the time. And
I fixed that in Crusader Kings. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's now a British colony.
Oh, okay. Anyway, brain working. And basically, it's about him going to Iceland, and basically him being on his bullshit as someone who, as a Dane, does not care to actually respect the land and its people, and how that caused everything to go wrong for him.
Nice.
I don't want to give away too much. It's definitely I think it's worth your time. It's like 2 hours and a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like, he's a guy who likes taking photos. Like, he had got like a camera, but it's Victorian era, so you know how annoying it is to take photos. Where it's like, oh yeah, everything has to be perfectly still, snapshots in time, and just sort of like him, sort of like not really having appreciation for the land, or also like not really getting along with the community as he should, in ways that kind of just blow up. And yeah, it's good. I think it's worth your time. I think it's pretty good. I saw some people compare it to like Agiri the Wrath of God, which is
okay. Yeah,
it keeps coming up.
Yeah, and he's like, it's bilingual movie, which I think, if you're English speaker only using subtitles, some of that stuff is like not necessarily going to be conveyed as well. Just like, some characters are speaking different languages, and their ability to speak those languages, it's like the thing with like the Psychopaths the movie, like
yeah.
Just like you have some people speaking Danish, some people speaking Icelandic, and some people speaking Danish who are Icelandic and don't speak Danish well, etc., kind of thing.
I might be okay. Britain really likes like Scandinavian crime dramas, and so there has been a lot. Like, the British public have been heavily immersed in the the differences between Norwegian, Swedish, Danish, and I guess Iceland. I can't think of an Icelandic one, but I can,
I mean, if you can tell Danish apart from Icelandic, at least just from like hearing, that's one's not the other one.
Yeah, I know Icelandic is the one that's like the closest to like Old Norse.
Yeah. Just because of like how languages work.
Mm-hmm. They have a on Iceland. They have a service for couples to make sure that they're not too related. Because
I have heard that, yeah.
Because it's so small.
Because it's just a nightmare dating on Iceland. It's like oh fuck, we're cousins. Shit.
Ugh.
I have a friend who's studying in Iceland right now.
Nice. Seems like a very.
I always
lovely
wanted
place.
to visit.
It looks. It's one thing the movie likes to show is damn Iceland's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks real cool.
I love the video of the guy talking about I'm here from sunny Reykjavik. He's like, because a friend of his in a different country had complained about how it was getting dark early. And he was, and he was like, I live in Iceland. And he's like, I have to drink this thing. It's basically fish shit, so that I get enough like vitamins because the sun isn't there.
Yeah. Northern latitudes for you.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that was Godland.
Sounds cool.
And yeah. You know what else is cool?
What else is cool?
The year 2000 movie Versus.
Oh.
Which is
Versus.
People have been watching this movie.
Which is I read it described as like it's a Japanese movie. The director would go on to do Godzilla Final Wars, and I think also do the cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes.
Let's go.
I've heard.
Okay, I have just read the first line of the plot synopsis on Wikipedia.
Go for it.
There are 666 portals on Earth that connect it to hell.
Yeah. That's the opening crawl.
That's all. I'm not reading anymore.
There isn't a lot to say about this movie because if you read, some people say this movie is inspired by Evil Dead, and me watching this movie, I'm like, oh, I can tell because it is a movie about what if we got some guys in the forest and they fought a bunch of zombies and also each other for like 2 hours.
I see. Well, that's Evil Dead.
Is it sick as hell?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, I need to know. When slow motion action shit happens, do like jet turbine engine noises?
I don't even know if there's slow motion in this movie. I kind of forgot.
Okay, all right. So that was like the defining feature of Twin Snakes cutscenes.
I think I heard that like when the guy got hired to make the cutscenes for Twin Snakes, he actually made them like more 1-to-1 to Metal Gear Solid, and Kojima was like, "Listen, I hired the guy who made Versus for a reason." Nice.
I'm a defender for those cutscenes. I think they're fun.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of fun of like, absurd, cool action scenes in a forest, just for the sake of it. And yeah, I guess there is a plot, but also like it's not important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go watch it. It's also like 2 hours, I think, which is maybe a bit longer than it needs to be, but
it happens.
Yeah,
2 hours is one of those things where, like, for an action romp, it's like that's towards the longer end, but I think it's still acceptable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you start to get closer to 2.5, 3, it's like, ooh,
you're like, are you sure you're an action movie?
Yeah.
How much action?
Too much action.
Well, let me tell you.
Is Red Cliff an action movie?
That's a war movie.
That's a war movie. That's true. That's true.
Even if you do have Zhao Yun doing Dynasty Warriors shit, because
it's so good. It's so good that Dynasty Warriors is just real. Of course, Dynasty Warriors is the game that you make when you're adapting Three Kingdoms to video game format.
Yeah. I do think it's charming that Redcliffe still features John Woo's signature white doves.
Somehow.
Somehow.
Somehow. I should watch more John Woo movies is the thing. I've only really seen Hard Boiled.
I need to watch more that are probably maybe more indicative of his repertoire.
I see. Yes, because your main reference point is like Face Off.
It's Face Off and Redcliffe. That's all I've seen by him.
Yeah. Oh man.
The white dove.
The
white dove scene in the white dove scene in Face Off is real good.
The Tony Leung is in Hard Boiled. He's really good in that. He's like nice. He's so young. He's so young. I was like, who is this child? Incredible. Tony Leung has only got hotter with every year of his life. It's incredible. Love that man.
Nice.
I was desperately trying to think of anything I did, and I don't think I did a single thing. I watched some westerns, but again, I'm talking about those on Golden Kamuy.
Yeah.
One of them is really, really good. Nice. Maybe I won't talk about it on Golden Kamuy. Okay, I have two things to say about the western A Bullet for the General. The first is that it has a very cavalier treatment of women. It depicts a lot of like sexual violence or like talks about, and I say a lot, it's not a lot, it's just like some very significant moments or like a couple that I think are aiming for something, and also, but they are tools for characterizing the main duo. The second, and there's some interesting stuff going on, but I think it's just very like careless and like very indicative of like, and there's just a failure that in like various socialist settings of just failing to believe that women are people.
Despite that being one of the main things they're trying to go for.
Yes. And the second thing I have to say about A Bullet for the General is I don't want to talk about A Bullet for the General. I want to recommend it. I want people to go watch it. It's incredible ending. I couldn't believe it. It was so good. I think, man. Crazy movie.
Did the Bullet for the General have notices bulge engraved on it?
Possibly. I don't know. They never revealed that, whether there was anything written on the bullet. Could have been.
Was there a Helldivers 2 reference?
Did the Helldivers?
The world we live in is
just
so
panic?
fucking stupid. You know that office was shitting themselves.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. Just like the news is like, this is some kind of anti-fascist like ideology, and everyone in the Helldivers studio just like tugging their collar like, yeah, bro, that's where that comes from. Man. Is that a pod? Well, do we have emails?
No, we don't.
We have no emails. Is that a podcast?
I guess
I think so. I have ordered a pizza and did my pre-check-in for my doctor's appointment tomorrow in the time you've spent here. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm gonna go away and unpack some more boxes.
Like that cozy game.
I've moved too much in my life for that shit.
For that shit to be cozy.
here's the thing. Moving is like second nature to me. It just happens, and I don't feel anything. I truly just don't remember the layout of anywhere I've lived past like two back. That just goes. I just moved around too much as a kid. Anyway. Plugs. If you want to follow the show online, you can do so at Twitter, on Twitter, at Ultra_Q. That is at Ultra_QUEUE. We are also on Blue Sky, at UltraQUEUE, no underscores, on Blue Sky. I am also on Blue Sky. I am at Red November. Those are my plugs. Mel, your plugs.
Hi, you can send an email to ultraQpod@gmail.com. Also, we have a coffee, UltraQ Fund.
If you want episodes that are longer than 90 minutes, send emails.
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, you can find me everywhere at BeInvoked. That's BEINVOKED. I'm still working away on stuff. I finally watched Die Buster. I didn't talk about it because what the fuck is there to say? But progress is being
Die
made.
Buster. Get your own fucking ending. Fuck's sake.
No, you see, it's really efficient when you reuse the ending.
It's like the only time it's like Hideaki Anno made a deal with the devil. There's like, I'm gonna nail this ending so hard that I never can end anything properly ever again. And the devil's like, absolutely, bro, sign right here. And the Gunbuster ending is just so good. Anyway, also, I managed in the past week to record that secret Detour Quarry. Ooh, do we get to know what it is?
When it comes out tomorrow.
Oh my god.
At the time of recording.
The suspense is killing me. Look, how big a secret.
It's not that big of a secret. Well, I mean,
Is it kaiju adjacent?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like as far away you can get of kaiju adjacent as possible.
So instead of being about a big monster, it's about a little guy.
So it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
I guess that's a Toku movie in a way.
They do fight bugs.
They do.
They fight a scorpion. An ant fights a scorpion.
I know how that's going.
Yeah, the ant gets fucking wrecked.
Then next week also another Detour.
Ooh, what the fuck? Oh yes, Golden Kamuy. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I'm so dumb. Yeah. Golden Kamuy, 5 more volumes.
I finally did all my work for that, which means I can actually get to the part where I have to read the thing that I have to read. Then the mandatory part.
I can also read the manga. There was nothing stopping me. I was just stupid. That's fine. I'm gonna just do like a volume a day. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'll try to do the same.
I like Golden. I certainly like reading Golden Kamuy. I'm not gonna be that mad.
Yeah, it's just more like it just takes
work.
It's a lot of it.
It does.
Also, I'm stupid. I
am not. Okay, this is where we start the beef with abnormal mapping. Is I don't know how the fuck they read manga that fast. I don't get it. The way they talk about how quick manga is, I'm like, that's not true. That can't be true. What are you talking about?
I can read it fast, but also I'm like taking notes for Golden Kamuy, which maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's perfect, but
maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
See, I passed on Golden and Silver Kamuy. I'm still waiting to see what additions Crystal Kamuy makes to the story.
Goodbye, everyone. We will see you next week for just 3 more episodes of Ultraman.
No,
that's our last
after.
4 batch. Yes, next week we will not be doing Ultraman. We'll be taking a break so that we can do Detour Quarry. Mel, would you like to tell the people what's happening?
Next week is Golden Kamuy, 5 more volumes, and the week after that's 3 more episodes of Ultraman 80, which will be continuing until the end of the show. We are stuck in it until November.
I won't be there that week because I'll be coming back home from Roundhouse.
It will be me and Mel will hold down the fort.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the week after?
Yeah,
September
28th.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We will manage.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a Omega at the start of next month too, by the way, but that's fine.
We will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Later.
Let's go UGM UGM この星は美しい星誰もが愛する青い星この星を